Hey, it's welcome to, for fuck's sakes, my Unfiltered Life. We're back in the car with the Bae.
How
Bae
you
is
doing?
back. Dog is not in the back. He comes back tonight.
Dog is chilling at my place with the kids.
Naturally. Spoiled little brat. So what do you want to talk about today, Bae?
I've been doing a lot of thinking and a lot of soul searching lately.
Okay, baby. Tell me.
You know, as I'm talking about the train wreck that is my life at the moment. It's not that bad. It could be a lot worse. There are a lot of people who have it worse than me. But,
True.
It got me thinking about the normal social norms that are expected of girls and women in general. And I remember when I was much younger, much younger, I had this idea that I would, by my mid-20s, I would be married.
Same.
I would have 2.4 kids. I would have
2.4.
They say that the average
Like a dog and a cat and a
the
fish.
nuclear family, right? They said the
Yeah.
average family has 2.4.
True.
So this is what I'm expecting in my early 20s. Like, I have a freaking
Career.
expiration date.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's gonna want me after I'm like 25. Oh my
30.
God,
Over the hill.
I gotta get married. I gotta have kids. I'm
Gotta
gonna
get him
have
a
the
mortgage.
the house with the white picket fence and the dog and the cat and all that good stuff. And I think, like, for me at least personally, I rushed into
Same.
my first marriage
Same.
with the idea, and there was a lot of stuff that was wrong with the guy. I mean, a lot, and that's a whole nother video altogether. But
No bueno.
I think there's this idea that, if we just love the guy enough,
He'll
he'll
change.
change. Everything will be bueno. Everything will be fine and beautiful and rainbows and unicorn farts. Everything will be
Perfecto.
fantastic
Right.
if I just love him enough. And the woman puts a lot of pressure on herself to make that relationship
True.
work.
True. How do I move my chair back?
There's a lever underneath.
Okay, keep talking.
Anyway, so I don't know if it was the same for you. Like this idea that, this is what is expected of me. I should have a career by the time I'm 30. I should have like all this stuff mapped out.
Yeah, and I totally agree with the societal pressure because, I grew up thinking, okay, I had a boyfriend through junior high and high school.
Mm-hmm.
We were supposed to get married. We had talked about it, of
Yeah.
course, because we were together for like 5 years. And then we broke up. And then I was just kind of like in that phase of my life of entering university, just graduated
Right.
high school, single. What do I do? What the fuck am I supposed to do? University was not for me. I tried. I went for psychology for a year, suffered like hell because I cannot study from a book. I just fucking can't do it. So then I was working here, working there, got another job, and then I met my ex-husband and got a job at the bank. And, things were going great. We were renting a flat downtown, which is like pretty, cool to do. We had 4 cats. And then
You had 4 cats?
Yeah, they're at my mother-in-law's.
I didn't know you had 4 cats.
Yeah.
And here I thought I knew everything about you.
It's always something to learn, baby. But yeah, I definitely think, I thought the similar thing, like by 25, I should have, my degree.
You should have your shit together by the time you're 25. Like,
Exactly.
I'm out of high school. I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
I should fucking have my crap together.
A degree. I don't have a degree.
What I've noticed is, like, in your early 20s, you don't know your elbow from your asshole.
Nope.
You really don't. You
Nope.
do all this stupid shit between 20 and 25.
Yep.
By the time you're 25, you start to have a better idea of self. And
You're
you-
maturing.
Yeah, you're
Really
starting to get an idea, but you're still lost as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Then by the time you're 30, then you start to get more comfortable, but then you start having these weird feelings like, this is what I should be. I should be if you saw what I looked like in my early 30s, you wouldn't recognize me. It's completely, because I was
She doesn't even
corporate.
look older than early 30s, may I point out.
This
Continue.
This corporate idea anyway.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, 40s are great because you don't give a fuck. You
Okay,
give
I don't give
zero
a fuck.
fucks.
I don't give a fuck now that I'm in my 30s.
See, you are ahead of the curve.
Maybe, because I have 3
Yeah.
kids or something. But just as soon as I
Maybe
turn
you just
30...
have the fortitude. Like,
Because, yeah, when I turned 30, I realized, like, I had a lot of poisonous friends that brought me down. Bitch, you know who you are. And obviously not you.
it's not me.
But yeah, it just, I had poisonous people in my life, and I'm not talking about the ex-husband at all. I'm talking about like
In
people that I
general.
hung out with,
Oh,
like
yeah.
local women that just kept bringing me down,
Mm-hmm.
or bringing me up, so up that I felt like, you know, a goddess.
Yeah.
But then the slightest little thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then they brought me down. It was
Yeah.
it was utter bullshit. But you know, that's when I realized when I turned 30, like literally the day I turned 30, I was
Yeah.
just like, you know what? Fuck it. That was my New Year's resolution. Fuck it. You know, stop surrounding myself with negative people. Stop giving myself such a negative image.
Yeah.
So what if I don't wear makeup
Yeah.
every day, which I don't anyway?
Yeah.
You know, so what if I still got like chubby roll, whatever, muffin top, kangaroo pouch, mama pouch, whatever the fuck you want to
Yeah.
call it, like that extra flub, stretch marks, scars, bruises, mostly from walking in the door. But you know, like it's just ridiculous the amount of pressure. And like, please bear in mind, you know, my ex-husband did not fucking care what I look like.
Yeah.
So credit to him, and credit to all the men out there that don't give a shit what your girlfriend or wife looks like.
But appreciate the effort you put
appreciate-
in to look nice.
Yeah, and gratitude, which goes
Yeah.
back to video
Yeah.
number 1. But
I-
yeah,
I think it's important also to realize that in your life you're going to have a lot of people that come in and out.
Yep.
And you can't change a person. If they're a dick to begin with, no amount of love, attention,
They a
anything that you do for them is not going to make them a better person or a nicer person. Change has to come from within.
exactly. Prime example, back when I was still at the bank, I actually had an affair with a guy, you know, really nice guy, borderline looked gay, but whatever, we were just friends to start with. And then it turned out he had a thing for me, and then it turned out he was an alcoholic. And he was drinking at work, and I thought, because I am naive and deeply a blonde person deep inside, and I just thought he like was obsessed with Listerine, but it was legit alcohol. He was
Yeah.
popping it in his tea, and we started having an affair, and I thought, okay, maybe he'll change because I don't drink that much because I'm the sleepy
If I
drunk.
love him enough, he'll change.
If I care enough, or if he hangs out with me enough, you know. And I had a relationship recently, same deal, like he was a smoker,
Yeah.
light drug user, not my thing,
Yeah.
didn't do it around me except for smoking, you know. And it was just kind of like, it's not my thing. Like, is he
Yeah.
gonna change for me because I want him to change, or
Yeah.
should I make the change and just leave?
Yeah.
And that's what I did with the alcoholic. You know, we weren't really dating,
Yeah.
you know, but we had something going on, and I just said, like, you know what, I'm done.
But it's good that you realized it before you got in
too
too
late.
deep. Because
We almost got a car together. Like, we were kind of semi living together
Yeah.
and working together, and yeah, it was just a fucking mess. And you know, like, don't put yourself in those situations. Like, value you first. You
Yeah.
are number one.
love yourself.
Love yourself, treat yourself well within your means without going bust ass broke.
Yeah. Like we
know.
just went to the flea
Secondhand
market.
store.
Yeah. We found some beautiful things for next to nothing.
Yeah.
Like this is a flea market find.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
one too.
These two actually. These
Oh,
earrings were
cute.
from the flea market as well.
Sweet. But yeah, back to the original topic, I guess, is just, you know, you can't make someone change. You can't put a gun to someone's head. Well, maybe in some countries you can, but, you know, in general,
It's
in
not
theory,
advisable.
it's not advisable. It's not nice.
Hey,
You know, just
love
be
yourself enough
Yeah, be yourself and love yourself. That's the best we can say.
and know that you can't change another person no matter how much you love them. You can't make them change.
And you can always do better. You might think, oh, I'm so in
Yeah.
love with them. They love me so much. You know, if they love you so much, they will take into consideration your values. Like, I don't like drug users or smokers or excessive drinkers. So I would want to be with someone that, you know, feels the same way. Like, yeah, of course you have your party days, you know, your birthday or
Well, sure.
moving or, you know, graduation
We're
party.
not prudes.
We're not. Fuck no. But at the
We're
same
far from that.
yeah, but at the same time, you know, I wouldn't want to be with someone that's like this
Moderation.
all the time. Exactly.
Moderation. All
Exactly.
things in moderation. Nothing is good in excess.
No. And you should be with someone that, you know, makes you happy and it feels natural. Like you said when we were driving,
Yeah.
like it should feel like breathing. It doesn't have to be hunky-dory, unicorn farts,
Yeah. But if
happy-go-lucky
you
all
have
the
to
time.
feel like you have to try all the time, that you're walking on eggshells all the time, then something's not right. I mean, everybody has a bad day. Everybody has a shitty day now and again where they're just
sure.
like crappy
Yeah.
and whatever. But if that is like every day and they make you feel bad all the flippin' time and it
Yeah.
just doesn't feel good, then that's not right either. there's probably someone out there that is right for them and somebody that's more right for you.
There's totally someone for everybody. I totally believe in that, that, you know, like what you introduced me to was like the theory of twin flames, you know, and, or soulmates, you know, like we consider ourselves soulmates because we're besties. Yeah. But, you know, there's someone out there for everyone, and it may just take a while to find it. Like, I'm 32 and
I like to think, you know, that divorced. Every crappy relationship / friendship that you have is a life lesson.
Definitely.
That you're supposed to take something away from it. I think everybody that you meet and come across is supposed to, you know, come across. Yeah. You know, you're supposed to meet
It's supposed
them.
to happen. It teaches you so many things, like that poisonous bitch I said about earlier. You know, I learned a lot of valuable information when it came to, like, body products and making soap and all this stuff. But then and food, you know, so I learned a lot of different things, and culturally I learned a lot of things. And what I took away from it is that, you know, she was so quick to bitch someone out about their little imperfections or minor details in their life. And it's like, you know, honey, nobody is perfect.
Yeah.
The Queen of England ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect. Maybe Beyonce, but even Beyonce has her bad days.
Even Beyonce's husband cheated on her.
And she got, you know, she has her up and down days too. She is a human. She is a woman. She is imperfect. Everybody is flawless. I saw this thing called, like, Flawsome. It was like a meme. Yeah. And then the definition was, like, embracing yourself and all the flaws you have make you
nice.
Flawsome.
I haven't heard that one. That's a new one.
I thought it was cute.
That is nice.
Yeah, I sent it to the boyfriend. I thought it was cute.
You're Blossom.
You're Blossom.
Sweet.
But anyway, let us know, like, how do you overcome change? Do you want to change, or you just want to be yourself? Did you get out of a relationship that was poisonous or harmful? Or maybe just it was time to change? Simple as that.
People grow up. People change.
Yep.
Life changes you.
Totally. Hopefully
we'd
for
be
the better.
awfully boring if we always stayed the same.
That's true. And interesting, you know, people make the world go round.
Weird people make the world go round.
They might, like, you know, topsy-turvy it. But anyway, let us know and comment below if there's something you want us to talk about. You know, we're still getting started, but we're loving this project because obviously we get to hang out together in the car with no kids.
That is always a plus.
Definitely.
Don't get me wrong, I love my children.
Love our kids too.
But I love myself and I need some time.
And you got to put yourself number one.
And you got to go shopping every once in a while.
That's true, without kids ripping open the curtain in the change room. Anyway.
God, that's a whole nother video.
Oh, yeah. Like, share, subscribe. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.